Hey folks, it's Beth Wright, and I'm going to be your instructor for the NUR 236 course this summer. And this podcast is an introduction to the course and how things will be rolling. Notice that I've got a PowerPoint here for you that's got drops of water. I thought that would be appropriate since we're getting all this rain here lately, but adding in a little bit of color in there too for our spring beautiful flowers. Okay, first and foremost, if you should only be in this course if you were unsuccessful in NUR 236 in the fall of 2017. So if you are not in that category, then you should not be in this course, and you can email me and I can talk with you a little bit more about that. Okay, so first things first, we want to do a syllabus review. So let's, I want you to, and you've seen this, you've been in this course before, so I want you to take a look and review the course description. Also, the student learning outcomes. Remember that all test questions come from your course objectives, your unit objectives, your exemplars, your student learning outcomes, and it provides also a cognitive level that the question is based on. So be sure to look at those student learning outcomes. The course evaluation is also in your syllabus there, and I want you to definitely take a look at that grading scale and also the assignments that are under there. Now you have quizzes, and the quizzes, there are, let's see, 6 quizzes, and the quizzes you can take on your own. Although you must follow the calendar, the course calendar for that, so you can take that on your own, and they are time limited. They're 15 minutes, so you got to be ready when you press the button to go on the quizzes, okay? And then the tests are, you'll have 3 tests, so you'll have quiz 1 for unit 1, quiz 2 for unit 2, and then test 1 will be over units 1 and 2. And they're going to be 25 points, 25 questions for each test. Then quiz 3 will be unit 3, and quiz 4 will be unit 4, and you'll have the second test, and that will be for units 3 and 4. And then you'll have quizzes 5 and quizzes 6, and for unit 5 and unit 6, and then you'll have the third test that will cover units 5 and 6. And then of course you'll have a final exam. So be sure to read this part in your syllabus so you're clear on that. Your quizzes, you can take those on your own at home. They are timed. Your test, you will take them at an approved testing center, and there's a list of those. Of course, I prefer that you take them on your home campuses at the testing centers there, but if it's more convenient for you, and we have an approved testing center based on that list, then you must let me know about that, okay? You definitely have to let me know before the day of the test so that I can notify those individuals, letting them know that you want to test. So as soon as possible, let me know if you plan to test somewhere other than your college campus testing centers. Then that would also apply to your final exam as well. So be sure to let me know. Now, all of your tests, your quizzes, your final exam, they're all, of course, going to be online, and they're going to be set up that you get one question at a time, and there will be no backtracking. And the reason why we want to do that is because that's the way NCLEX is set up. Okay. Also, just expect some calculations because you are in farm. So you can use the calculator for that. In the test, during the test, you'll be able to take scrap paper, blank scrap paper, testing center paper, you can use the calculator on the computer. But other than that, you cannot take anything else in with you. No cell phone. If you have a Fitbit, you should not take anything in the testing center with you, anything at all, during test and final exams. Okay? Also in your syllabus, it includes your computer needs. Just mentioning that, be sure to take a look at that. We got, PowerPoint, we got Word documents, and those kinds of things for you. So be sure to take a look at that. The testing for quizzes, test, and final exam, there's a section there for that. So be sure to read over that. The course outline then are your units. And we have changed that a little bit, or I've changed that a little bit, just because of the way it falls. So putting where we're having the 3 tests, so I put perfusion, those units together, so it's a little bit different than what you had in the fall. So be sure to take a look at that because this is definitely a condensed course. So be sure to take a look at that. The perfusion will be your last 2 units. So the first unit is elimination, the second one is immunity. The third one is the cellular regulation, and the fourth one is metabolism, and then the 5th and the 6th units are your perfusion units. Okay, other things I just wanted to talk about includes the course calendar. So that's posted in your Blackboard site under course documents, syllabus, and calendar. So be sure to look at this and follow it. It has our start date, it has our end date, it has when your quizzes are due, and your quizzes will be open like at 8 o'clock in the morning on the due date and will close at midnight. And so you must take them then. And then you have 1 day scheduled for your tests and 1 day for your final exam. There is a day scheduled. It's on the 3rd of July. That's when your final exam is, and also that's a day for missed tests, for makeup tests. So you need to, if you miss a test, then you can take that test then. The other thing you want to do is look at the way the course is set up on the Blackboard. So you have a welcome start here section, and then of course announcement section, and anytime I have anything that needs to be announced to the whole class, I'll put it up on announcements, but I'll also send it via email as well. Then we have the faculty information, so that's contact information for me. Then you'll have the course documents, your syllabus and calendar, and other documents are in that section, so be sure to look at that. And then you have your course units. So within your course units, I've got them split up in 2 folders for each unit, and in that you'll see what the course objectives are for that particular unit. And of course that includes the reading assignments as well. You'll also have podcasts, and podcasts Sometimes you'll see voice threads used. Other times you'll see YouTube used. Um, Also, you may see some pronunciation tabs, and I've got a place where you can click on a pronunciation area. It's with the F.A. Davis Drug Handbook, and it will actually do your pronunciation for you. I've got that in the course units, as well as specific drugs within specific units. And then there's various other resources there within those units as well. So I've tried to put as much as I could there to be helpful. And being an online class, you need to take advantage of all those resources for sure. Assignments, that includes a document about your quizzes and tests. So basically that's the only assignments you have in here. Discussion board is there, and there are a couple of things. The first thing is an introduction of yourself. So I've already posted a thread for that. If you'll click on there and introduce yourself, and there's directions or instructions there regarding that. So that's always helpful for students to engage with each other, and I love reading about this, you and some interesting facts about yourself and that kind of thing. So please be sure to do that. Also on the discussion board, what we'll do is I will post after each quiz and test in any frequently missed question, just as a type of review for you for the whole class. Then on the right side, there's a continuing that. We've got the quiz, test, exam tab on your Blackboard course there. So that's where you will click when you go in to or when you're ready to take a quiz, or you're ready to take a test, or your final exam. Then you also have a stress button. A stress button is where you can go in, and there are different things in there like relaxation methods, I guess, if you will. So this is a stress relieving button. I guess we should retitle that to say stress relieving, not stress. You surely don't want to push a button that's causes you stress. It's enough stress to have to take the course, right? So anyway, maybe I'll change the name of that to stress relieving methods or something to that effect. But anyway, there's deep breathing, there's relaxation music, there's some simple stretches, simple yoga stretches and movements that can help you relax. And there's also some things about humor, because laughter is a great source of stress relief. So check it out. If you get stressed, click on the stress button. Then there's the send email. So I want you to communicate. Listen, this is an online course, so that's the only way we're going to be able to communicate. Well, not the only way, but the major way. And I check my email fairly frequently. I don't have it going to my phone, but I do check it pretty frequently. But I'm going to put a standard here that, at least give me 48 hours to respond, but email certainly is the best way to get up with me. Now, if I don't get back with you, then, and I'll try to check this, but then something is happening. For some reason, emails will go into what they're calling the clutter file now, and the junk email or whatever. Sometimes emails go there for whatever reason. So if you're not hearing back from me, send me, call me. I've given you contact information for both my office number and my cell number. So communication is very, very, very important. So I want to hear from you when you have concerns or questions and that kind of thing. The My Grades, you know what that is. That's where you pull that up to look where how you're doing. The Blackboard Collaborate is something that I've been using for the last couple of years, and last year I really used it a lot to have one-to-one sessions with students to review, do the post-review of a test. So it's an excellent way to communicate. You do need a way to communicate, like speakers and a microphone to communicate through that. But anyway, it is a great venue for us to be able to communicate. And I can, either meet one-to-one with groups or, one-to-one with students or a group of students if need be. And then the course evaluation is what you'll complete at the end of the course to let us know how things are going and if there's any improvements that we need to make. And then there's the VHCC resources where you can have, get further information about Blackboard or different things, that we use on the campus. This is my contact information, so please use it, folks. Note that my email address is ewright instead of bwright, but I go by Beth, and it is perfectly okay to call me Beth. Please do call me Beth. But my name is Elizabeth, so it's E-Wright. If you send it to B-Wright, it's going to go to Buford Wright, and sometimes he'll send stuff to me, sometimes he doesn't. So be sure to use E-Wright for my email. There is my office number. It's both of those are 276 area code, and there is my cell phone. And you can text me, but you need to identify yourself. I am teaching 3 pharmacology courses this summer, so be sure to identify yourself and say which course you're talking about if and when you text. Okay? So I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to your success. That's the main thing. So call me or text me or email me if you have any kind of questions at all. Thank you.